This is part 2 of Black Panther. Legends. It's been 3 years since the death of King T'Chaka, the Black Panther and T'Challa's father. T'Challa's uncle Sion has inherited the title of King and Black Panther until T'Challa is ready to rule. T'Challa is out on the Serengeti on a journey of self-discovery as he mourns the loss of his father. He spends the days walking about and the nights by the fireside. One night, a gang of thieves raids the cave he's been sleeping in and makes off with his possessions. T'Challa sets off after them, but just as he confronts them, he's ambushed by a band of mercenary soldiers. They say they are working for the king and that someone called the Wolf is paying them. They try to capture T'Challa, but he resists. Suddenly, a girl descends from a tree and uses some sort of elemental powers to attack the mercenaries. She seems to be able to control the wind and produce electric current at will. The mercenaries flee, and the girl introduces herself and her friends to T'Challa. They were the ones who stole T'Challa's stuff. The girl is called Ororo, and her friend and one of the older boys is called Negasi. Ororo tells T'Challa that she and the other children are orphans. They came together when they lost their families in the Oromo conflict in Ethiopia. Ororo rescued Negasi and the kids, and ever since, she has been protecting them in exchange for food that they find and steal. When she finds out that T'Challa is the Prince of Wakanda, she tells him how every African nation has taken in refugees from the conflict except Wakanda. T'Challa tries to justify Wakanda's policy of not intervening in other nations' affairs, but he is conflicted when he realizes how much suffering they could have prevented. The kids offer to let T'Challa stay in their makeshift camp for the night. The next morning T'Challa starts to help the gang improve conditions in the camp. In 3 weeks, they rebuild the houses, dig a well, and get the hand pump back in working condition. The kids start calling T'Challa Big Brother, and he becomes part of their ragtag family. One night, while T'Challa and Ororo are stargazing, she tells him that she has to leave. She says that she has powers that she doesn't fully understand and wants to learn how to wield them properly. She has to go to her ancestral home in Kenya and asks T'Challa not to try and stop her. After she says goodnight to him, T'Challa gets a message through his Kimoyo bracelet. It's Shuri coming through to him from Wakanda. She tells T'Challa that he has to come home. Their uncle Sion put their brother, Hunter, in charge of a special force to maintain peace after T'Chaka's death. But now, the power has gone to Hunter's head and he's out of control. He has been using the special force, called the Hatut Zaraze, to cause unrest in countries neighboring Wakanda. He believes that destabilizing those countries will make Wakanda stronger. T'Challa realizes that Hunter was behind the conflict that orphaned his friends. He asks if Shuri has informed the King Regent, but she says she cannot risk causing an open rift between Hunter and him. T'Challa agrees to return to Wakanda immediately. Shuri tells him that Hunter calls himself the White Wolf and is using mercenaries to track T'Challa. T'Challa tells her that he was attacked by a band of Hunter's mercenaries earlier. When T'Challa tells Ororo that he has to leave, she accuses him of being a typical Wakandan and abandoning them. T'Challa tells her that he's being tracked and that by staying, he's endangering the children. He says that, on this journey, he has found a sense of duty and must return to help his people, just as Ororo has to return to her home. As they part ways, T'Challa hands Ororo his spear as a promise that he will see her again. We know that Ororo will grow up to join the X-Men and will call herself Storm. T'Challa finds his way back to Wakanda, ready to take on the brother he loved more than anyone. And that's how part 2 of Black Panther. Legends ends. Join us next time as T'Challa returns to Wakanda to confront his brother. Watch part 1 here or watch the whole playlist on our channel.